Hi everybody, this is Donna again, another video. I had to make some cards for a card swap. So I put this card together and I wanted to share how to make it because there's a lot of new girls that are wanting to know how I do my cards. But this one here is really fast and it's real easy. And you could change out the sentiments to have whatever card you need. It's real pretty, and I'll take you through the steps of it. First of all, I use the craft cardstock. Craft this brown. And this paper, I'll tell you now, it's from an old scrapbook I found. The old-fashioned kind that had just the papers where you glued your pictures on. And this is what it's like in sheets. I just tear it out when I need it, but it's perfect to write on, and it's really inexpensive. So these cards here are my favorite to work with. And what I did first was I picked a paper. It's DCWV, Love and Laces and Linens, I think. It's real pretty. It's like the pinkish kind. And I cut this out to measure like a 1/4 inch smaller than your craft card. And I rounded the corners and I glued this on. And Beacon's my favorite. I'm going to do this real quick. Remember, this paper's cut a 1/4 inch smaller than the front of your card. And the same way with the inside piece here. And you glue that down. And what's nice about the Beacon's glue is you have time to work with it. And there's your front. And this here, this little embellishment here is, I use these a lot. They're little sheets of sticky motifs and stuff. And what I did was I just peel these off. You have to be kind of gentle with them. Let's see if I can get this one off. There we go. And you can put them wherever you want, but I thought for mine this is where I like them. Sorry about my hand being in the way. And they stay. They're really pretty. So there's that part. The next step would be, I took this is paper I just found. I cut it at 1.5 inches wide, and I used the deco scissors, these here are little curly ones, to do the edges with it. And just leave it, this is as wide as my paper was, but what you're going to do is you're going to put it on here. You're going to glue that down. Remember, this strip is 1.5 inches wide. Put it to the edge of your pattern paper there. And that's that part done. And the next step, I took a little piece of lace I had, lace with ribbon run through it, and it coordinates with these. It's peaches and pinks I'm using here, which I like them together. And I put a piece of tape on the back, and then I'm going to position that over, start at the edge over that to make it even. Like so. Oh, goodness gracious, I forgot one thing. I forgot to do these swirls with my swirl stamp. This stamp is a Scrappy Cat, and I think I got it at a scrapbook store we have around our area. It's called Pat Catan's. I haven't seen them anywhere else, but I put 2 of those on the edge of this card. I'll try to fit it in there. That didn't take. I need a new vintage photo stamp pad. Plus, I don't think I even used vintage photo. I think it was a Stays-On Brown. Sorry. There, you get the idea though. But it'll be darker if you use a dark brown or black. You could use black also. And then on this card I showed you, I put stickles after I was all done with the card. I put stickles all on those little swirls. So that's that far. Now I take my scissors, which these are the Tim Holtz non-stick ones, which I absolutely use for everything, and I'll trim that piece off there. That makes it easier, and you get a good fit that way. Oh geez. Well, if you trim it even with this, I didn't there, but I'll fix that up. And then the next thing I used was these dies, Nestabilities. I don't know what set this was called because I put them all in a CD holder. And it was these two I used to get these. I inked the edges with vintage photo. And then I'm going to glue this one down flat to the paper. Make sure you stay away from your edge because I got to get back and trim that ribbon a little bit. And you have that part. And this part is what I stamped on. And I used a little stamp. Excuse me. This said happy birthday. I made mine a birthday, but I have a nice stamp down there. It says thank you also you could use on that. And this I'm going to use the archival black because it takes a lot better. And I use the little pads that sometimes come with your stamps for my stamp pad. Center that in there. And then you've got your little happy birthday, which I think is so cute. Okay, then you take this, and I put a piece of foam in the back to make it dimensional. I'll peel this off here. I have everything ready so it won't take so much time. And I put it on here. Center it on there. There you go. And that's your little card. Now, if you wanted to add your buttons, but I needed something quick because it's for a swap and I have to get these out. So there's that. That's your pretty little card, and it's real pretty when you do your stickles with that in there. Whoops, I smeared my little birthday. But anyway, there's that card. Also, I won't do it now, but I did go around this here swirl or scalloped edge too with a Goldie pen. I think they're so pretty. So that's the card, but I wanted to show you something I just found today. I was putting my things away from the shopping trip, and I took this off of the top of the deodorant, and I thought, oh my gosh, I can't throw that away. What am I going to do with that? So I took this, and I thought, oh my gosh, that'll make a nice stamp. So I inked it up with my black ink. I hope this shows up on the... And I stamped it on there. So there you have that. Then I had this birthday stamp out, so... Well, this is going to be hard to do, but... Center that on there. And you got that. And I thought, well, I'll cut that out or just put it on a card or whatever. But I think that's real cute and a really thrifty idea. A lot of stuff I don't throw away, but that was one of them that I really will keep. So thank you, ladies, for watching my videos. And till next time, take care.